Hello, how are you? What are you going to be getting up to today? I've actually done a lot of what I wanted to get done. I got up quite early, so I'm very proud of myself. So, I don't really know exactly what I'm going to get done today. Hi Amy, how are you? I am good. I'm feeling refreshed. I basically played Stardew Valley constantly for the last 2 days. I did a bit of housework during it, but I didn't do any content stuff. I didn't read. I was definitely feeling burnt out. I hadn't been able to get into my doctor to update my antidepressants, so I hadn't been taking them for about a week. So that was definitely affecting me, and I just wasn't really in a great space, which was probably evident from like the Patreon screens and stuff. But I think the break was really good. I really needed it, and I on Friday was settlement, so I now own this house with my mum. So I am now lost connection. I actually might be for this to be a good spot. We'll see. But yeah, settlement's done. So that was done Friday. So Friday was just a very anxiety riddled day. So anyway, I've just played Stardew Valley for 2 days straight, and I think it was really good for me. It's a very relaxing game. I just basically zoned out and relaxed and did something nice for me. So I'm feeling refreshed and ready to get going again, which is really good. I think I really, really needed that. I was very burnt out. I don't think I've been that burnt out since I've like started doing this stuff. So, but I just like rarely get time to have a break. But it was sort of like I don't have to do anything right now. There's nothing I have to do. Anyway, that's cool. So I think today I want to try and finish my book, which I've been reading for ages, but I got really far in and then I didn't pick it up like a week and a half or something. So I'm on page 196 of like 244. So I think I can possibly 2 spins. It's not like getting used to the language and sort of it's getting to the point where it's like context, which there pretty much always will be. I'll remember what the word is, so I'm able to like fill it in. So it's still like slower than other books, but I'm not having to flick back as much. I still have to do it sometimes, but generally I don't flick back as much. If you don't know, this book has it's like got 2 languages within it, and one is I forgot to look. It's Kokatha, Kokatha language, which is the language of a group of First Nations Australian people. So it's kind of put in throughout the book. So there's a glossary so you can see what the words mean. So I've been flicking back and forth throughout this book, but it's also interesting because this is based on the character's mom. It's like a fictional story that's heavily inspired based on her mum's life. So it's like fictional, but it's also not. And so I assume this happened to the mother, but the character goes to the hospital for an infection for like over a year. She's in hospital, and because her family don't have a lot of money, they're not able to get resources to travel. And this is several years ago. They're on a mission station. This isn't current day, so there's not the kind of financial support and aid for First Nations people that we have now, which I'm sure is still very flawed. But there was basically barely anything then, and so the family barely get to visit, and so she's kind of just surrounded by white people, and she sort of loses a lot of that language. So I've noticed that there is less, and her English is like less sort of I don't know what the word is when you like Australians do it a lot, where instead of like didn't you, it's didn't you, or something like didn't, like you remove words. I don't know. If Erin's here, she'll know what it is. But yeah, so it's definitely quicker now, but it's still really good. I'm really enjoying it. So I'm sorry, I've got a load of washing on. So I don't know if you can hear me over that. So that's my main goal. And then depending how long it takes me to do that, I might do some work on my Harley Boone video. So I'm still like tossing up because I'm going to Malaysia at the end of August, early September for a friend's wedding. And it's like I need to save money for that. So I can't really do this video because I was wanting to design a background so it looks like I'm from the 1949, and I just don't have money right now to spend because I've had all those legal fees. My phone broke, so it's kind of just like I need to save up for Malaysia. So it's kind of like this video has kind of had to be put on pause because I was wanting to get it up before I went, which is fine. So I'm the script, which I've already done like a bunch of, but I've since read more books, so I might work on that again. So I think I'll just try and work on that today. I was thinking of maybe reading some more books from 1949, but I'm sort of just like, I do have another Harley Quinn book that I might read from 1949. It looks horrendous and the reviews are terrible. Actually, I've got two because I got this like collection. They reprinted some of the books. I got this like a long time ago now. So I guess after the Australian Readathon finishes, that will just be what I read and how I prepare for the video. But I'll see. I might look into it. If not, I might do some diamond painting or just play Stardew Valley again. But hopefully I won't play Stardew Valley again. I'll probably play it tonight, but not during the day. Hey. Yeah, I've already read that. I've already asked what you're doing. Oh, now the comments are being still. To finish Puck Boy book I'm reading and then focus on last test after that. And at some point I want to go for a walk. Actually, I'm going to probably go to the gym tonight. Because I was going to say, I should go for a walk. But then it's like, oh, I'll probably go to the gym. I'll ask Will. Because we usually go together. Because if he's not going to go, then I'll probably go during the day. Because I'd prefer to go during the day. But otherwise, I'll wait till he finishes work. Hi, how are you? What are you going to be getting up to? Thank you. I am too. I definitely needed a break. Just like 2 days of just playing a game. Not thinking about anything. Hi, thanks for joining. Are you doing the Australian Readathon or you're just popping in? You're welcome either way. What's the time where you are? And what's the weather like? So it's so cool that we're from all around the world. The settlement is done, thank goodness. Yes. Yeah, so Friday was a very emotional day. Will got us cheesecake at the end of the day and it was very yummy. Me too. Thank you. I'd sort of got to a good point with everything that I needed to do. So I was like, I can take this time. Which reminds me, I need to start preparing trivia. The next round of, I think it's this month for Patreon. I think. I don't know if anyone else is filled in, but I only had like 2 or 3 submissions in the Patreon trivia. So if you're in the Patreon and you're tier 3, don't forget to do the trivia. I've started reading Highway 13. What's that about? I don't think I... Okay, we're back. Contractions, I think. Oh, okay. I would have just thought that was like when the birth thing, before you give birth. Isn't it so annoying that in English so many things mean 2 things? Silly. It does sound like your washer is about to... All washing machines are loud, right? Mine's not a special main character, special snowflake. It's just a normal washing machine. It's actually my late grandmother's washing machine because my ex broke mine. We're not going to talk about it. to give yourself more time and try not to rush it in before going. Yeah, it's just like I've been working on this for like, well, I basically barely worked on it last year because I was like, well, I can't film. And Pokemon's been very consuming of my time, which is why next year I'm going to definitely lower the level of it. But I mean, it was really good while I couldn't do videos, because if I couldn't do videos, because it's like, what would I have done if I didn't have Pokemon? Like, it definitely helped me a lot. So, I feel like I should be more prepared, but it's whatever. Hopefully it means by the time I get back from Malaysia, I'm ready to do the video. So I haven't done a video in so long. This is going to be a very, very, very intense video. I've done a lot of research. I'm going to have a script. It's probably going to be over an hour long. It's very different from what I usually do. Sorry, I'm back. I had to restart my computer. Oh, that's okay. It was just me talking a bunch, so. Green Captive Prince. Amy will be very excited. He is. He's absolute gem. I'm very lucky because of how sweet he is. I can't remember. So I'm like really weird. I hide a lot of it on here, which is crazy because I feel like I'm very weird on here. But I just say, I like do a lot of I think I do a lot of like audio stimming. Like I'm stimming right now, moving my leg, but I feel like a lot of what I do is like audio stimming. Anyway, I'll say silly things, and he'll just look at me and be like, "I love you," and I just like get really emotional. It's very silly. 6:40 p.m. here, and it's been hot and sunny lately with occasional thunderstorms. Ooh. Thunderstorms are like, I don't like thunderstorms, but I get excited when we have them, but I don't like them at the same time. I feel bad for all the animals. The worst was when I went camping and there was a massive thunderstorm, and I was just like, this is how I die. Yeah, great time to start sprinting and reading, 6:40. Finished tea, done the washing up, and you can just relax. That's when I would start playing Stardew Valley. I'd probably have already started by then. I'll like pause it and then go keep cooking tea. Don't worry, Erin, I pause the game now. But I'm in summer, the second year. So I feel like barely any time has passed for me playing this like 2 days straight, like nearly all day. I've got like 5 cows, I think. No, I bought 2, and then I think they've had 3 kids. So I've got 5 cows. I've got like 2 ducks. I think I've got 4 chickens. I've got 2 dinosaurs now, and I've got 2 goats, 2 sheep, pigs. I'm just saving up for 2 pigs, and I've got like the deluxe barn and coop. I've got the thing that makes hay. Oh, I'm struggling so much to have enough food for the animals though. I've definitely like started to plant more grass. I'm nearly at the bottom of the mine. I don't know. I feel like I'm doing okay. I'm having a lot of fun. And as I said, I'm tossing up between Haley and Sam. They're like my 2 at the moment. That's like my character's love triangle. And I'm almost full hearts with George. I've got 2 hearts left and I'm full hearts with George. So if George was romanceable, I could be romancing George right now. But he's not. And I'm really good friends with Marnie because I want to be able to buy stuff at her shop when she's not open. The homeless man, Linus, I'm really good friends with him because I feel really sorry for him. Like, I get really sad when I go there and he's like, have you come here to ridicule me? I'm like, I've finished 1 of the things at the community centre and almost 2. But I'll have to wait till next spring because I forgot to put a cauliflower in, which is just like so frustrating. there's just I love that there's just so much. So it's like I feel like I haven't made a lot of progress, but I've been doing a lot of different things, like moving around a lot of different things. Yeah. English is definitely weird. Doing the Australian Readathon. Oh, very nice. I'm glad you're joining us, especially from like out of Australia. That's really cool because I feel like majority of people doing it are Australian. So it's exciting to see people outside Australia do it. I'm sure it's more, well, it would 100% be more challenging to get access to books outside of Australia. Really, I'm very excited, but no pressure, Liv. Vision and I have an ever increasing repertoire of weird phrases and pronunciations that we should stay at each other. Yeah, similar thing. I still don't have kids or dinos in the game. You can have kids. I did not know that. I found a dino egg from the little grass things Erin told me about. I think I just dug one up from there or in the mine, but I think it was like one of those lime things. So I got very lucky. In a pinch. Like soon I'll be able to buy hay. I can buy hay at Marnie's, but it's like, so I do buy hay, but I'm like, I should be like able to provide it all myself. So I've started making like things of grass that I can like put I can either make hay or put the animals in it. So sort of like working on that at the moment. Yeah. I found more. No, I've unlocked 2 things though. I've unlocked one of the bridges because I finished that community center thing. I actually haven't gone and looked. I think Will said it's the bayou. The bayou. Did he say that? I don't know. I've unlocked the bridge. I don't know what bridge because I haven't gone. I think it's near the guild thing. It was the room. There's like the front door. It was like this side, the front room. I think it's the one that's like mostly forageables. I unlocked that one, and I've nearly done the one across the road. Across the hall. And because I now have upgraded my axe, I can cut the log. So I cut the log near Marnie's, and now I've got access to that little area to get the hardwood. But that's all I've unlocked, so you know. It's me, so I'm mostly focused on the social stuff and the animals, to be honest. Oh, that's really cute. That's very sweet. Yeah. Does he ever get like included in the town? It feels so sad. It's like, please don't destroy my tent. It's like, why would I do that? And then there's events. He's like, I feel like I can't join in because people will think I'm like weird. I'm like, buddy. Sweet. Mine will always be George. I don't think I said, but I played the Stardew Valley board game like the day before I started playing the game because that made me really want to play it. And my job in the book, because it's like co-op, and my job was making friends, and George was like my first friend on that. So I was just making a lot of George jokes. So that's why I was like, well, I got to get on there and make friends with George. I need Harvey. I was going to romance him until I found out he'll still charge me for. Sorry, I don't know. I feel like he's always saying he's not able to, barely able to make ends meet. So he's got to like. But I guess it's very weird if you're married and he's still. It's like, why would you charge me? Because like, that'll just go from our bank account back into our bank account. I assume do you share a bank account? I don't know. I like him, but I just can't do it. I'm like, I'm sorry, Harvey. I can't do it. Mustache. But he's really sweet. He's definitely, I probably would have picked him if he didn't have a mustache. That's so terrible. But I'm like, I don't like the mustache. 3. I think it's 3, yeah. Yeah. He'll probably be very greatly disappointed in me, but it's fine. If you get married, yes, you can have kids and you can turn them into doves also. That's interesting. Can you make them work? That's terrible. Do they just... Oh, I love that. Even if you... Love that. Do they just... Are they babies and grow up, or are they just instantly like the same age as the kids and stay that way? That's so cute. I mean, I'm honest, but you're also over that. It sounds like I always run out, so I buy it all the time. I'm so stupid that I run out and then it's like Monday, so I can't buy any for 2 days. It's not good. My poor animals. He'll end up wanting a lot of silos. Yeah, I definitely should have made 2 when I started, and I had so much grass. Quarry, probably. Sounds like bio, right? Oh, I need to go there then. Okay. I kept forgetting about it. My focus has been making the sprinklers, but you need like gold and quartz, so I've been mostly just like running around the mines. Because I want the sprinklers so I don't have to water the plants every day, because I'm like tired by the time I do it. Some people include him. That's nice. When you get married, does the person you marry include him? I'm like, can I give him a house? Can I make him a house? Can you like put him in one of your huts? You know, you can make the huts, because I got one for storage. Can you put him in it? I'm like, why can't I want to give him a house. Well, he seems like happy, but I'm like, you could also have a house. I'd give you one. I don't do it the first few days when I'm trying to get everything planted, and then I focus on it again. I like Gus so much because of his and Linus's cutscene. I haven't got to that. Oh, yes, I have. Yeah, and he's like, no one will go hungry. Come in. That's... Yeah, I like Gus too. You're on the cutscene where Gus gives... Yeah, I forgot about that. That's very wholesome. He has to pay Maru and pay for supplies. Linus. Sorry that don't play this game. I married Emily in my fame, and she was like, shall we have kids? And I'm not divorcing her. I'm trying to remember who Emily is. Who's Emily? Which one is Emily? Oh my god. I'm really bad with names. I just put Emily in Google, like as if that's gonna come up. Oh, the blue-haired chick. That's who Will said he married. He usually doesn't marry anyone. He said he only married someone in the first game and then never did focus on it again. But that's who he picked. She's cute. I thought her and Haley were friends. I didn't realize they were sisters. He doesn't want a house. I want him to have a house. I know, he's like happy, but it's like... Where does Penny live? I don't know where Penny lives. I know Pam's in the... Does Penny live in the... Is Pam Penny's mom? Does Penny live in the caravan? Because the first time I met Pam, she was like, don't come into my caravan. So I've like respected that, and I haven't gone in the caravan. But I kept being like, where does Penny live? And then I don't look it up. But you could probably find Linus a house mod. I don't want to like do the mod stuff because it's on like Will's console and stuff. And I don't know, knowing me, I'd get a virus. I'm like maybe in future games, but for this game, I'll just do what's set. Well, you know what? What if I just built him a house and put it next to his tent, and then he could use it if he wanted? Does he say he doesn't want to live with the person playing? I don't think I know he's like, I'm happy. Oh, he says like, I'm happy living alone. So I guess that's, yeah. Okay, Leo, he lives in a treehouse next to Linus's tent. Who's Leo? But that's really sweet. I feel better. He's not alone. Sorry, I keep losing connection. It's very annoying. Hubby used to be Mario because she works. Yeah. Yeah, she was there the first time I met her. She was working. Yeah. Maid. That's really funny. That's a cool combo. I do like Penny. She was in the running for a while. Linus loses friendship with you if you don't respect his independence. Oh, really? So there is an option. Oh, I love that. Okay. I won't do that then. I actually really liked when I've got the cutscene where Penny like goes to help George and he's not happy, and then you come in and be all like virtue signaling. But I really like that the game was like, you should ask people, which is like a huge part of my job. Is like, it's like a struggle for me when I actually hate going out with clients because I know my job is not to just take over. My job is to respect their independence, and most of the time I know them very well, and we've got a working relationship where I know and I've established with them that they will ask if they want help. So obviously if it's dangerous, I'll be like kind of stepping in to help, but generally I will let them do what they want. But then people look at me sometimes because they're like, they might be struggling a bit, but I know that they want to do it themselves. So I wish everybody universally just knew that elderly people want to be able to do it themselves. But I really like that bit. I was like, this is very preachy of me to come in and say this. Fine, I won't offer him a house. Can I give him, well, I always give him food. Can I cook him food? I guess I can cook him food. But he's got his little like campfire. Leo is a little wild boy raised by parrots on the island you can go to if you fix up Billy's boat. Oh. I have a weird, maybe this is like trauma dumping too much, but when I was in college, I learned about what happens to children when they're neglected and sometimes they're raised by animals and stuff. And it really upset me. And so I'm always a little bit like triggered when there's like stories about this sort of thing, because when I say I was like I was 17 and I didn't want to go sleep in a room alone because I would just sob. Because I just couldn't believe that such horrible things would happen to children. So I'll try my best to not get in my feels about it. I just don't know. It just really upsets me. It's like just some things really trigger you. It just really, I don't know why when I was 17 that really upset me. I think I was just very ignorant, but also the teacher that taught us this, child neglect didn't do it well at all. She didn't like check in. She didn't do it safely. She did hardcore, and it was like very traumatizing. Hey, Rain, how are you? Sorry you came in when I was like talking about sad stuff. What are you going to be getting up to today? Does it? How did it punish? Like, you lower friendship with her? I mean, I don't care. I'm calling her out. I love that you're when you're supported that people respect your space. Yeah. And it's like fine, but when I'm out in public, I just like, I don't know, because I guess I have like anxiety. I don't know, like I take a lady to the pool and she's very independent. And I'm basically just there in case she falls in the change room. Like, she just wants me there. It's also social for her because we go and have a drink after. Like, it's a social thing for her as well. It's social support. But I go to the pool, but she doesn't want me to like help her get in. And we have that understanding. And I always, you know, I've said to her, like, if you ever don't feel comfortable or you need extra help. And she did the other day because she forgot her walking stick, so she wanted me to come with her. To just get her into the pool and everything. So it's just, but then like everyone at the pool is just looking at me like I'm not doing my job. And it's like, I am. Don't make me feel bad, because if I went and like took over, I'm not doing my job. Anyway, I need to just stop caring, but oh, that's fine. That's on her. That's on her, you know. She seems like such a sweet person though. She doesn't seem like the sort of person that would be like, you tell me what to do. Maybe she is. I don't know. I don't know her that well. We're only like 3 or 4 stars. But hearts, so, you know. I'm actually sick and didn't sleep last night. Oh, no. Are you going to go to the doctor? It doesn't sound good. I'd drive you if I could. Do you have like a, pardon me, do you have like a telehealth thing over there you can use? Do you think there's like, oh, sorry. I think there's like Australia-wide ones you can, I lost my train of thought. I think there's like an Australia-wide one. You should call that, because they can give you like prescriptions that might help. Or maybe, do you have like nasal spray? You get plus 50 if you did a kind thing. That's so weird. I wonder if that's like a glitch, like a coding error. That's really bad. Like, it is a kind thing. Like, I agree with that. It comes from a good place. It's not like she's being horrible, but that option didn't acknowledge, like, it doesn't acknowledge that she did a wrong thing, right? It's just like, oh, you were being good. Hey, Tracy. How are you? What are you going to be getting up to today? So objectively, the game thinks saying Penny is kind is the right thing. It's like, it is, that is right, but it's not like, it's not actually like helpful. It's like, yeah, it was a good thing, but saying that's not going to change anything or make it, yeah, that's weird. I didn't even notice that I lost friendship with her. I was just giggling because I thought like the virtual signaling and everything was so funny. It's just like I just insert myself. And it caught the end of that, but you should give them as much as, yeah. We would. It's in the game I've been playing. It's like an option thing with like an elderly man. I'm just gonna get some over-the-counter cold and flu meds today. I'm kind of avoiding my dog right now. Oh, you're being naughty. Sorry, that was weird. Yeah, well, like I never really take the cold and flu meds off the counter, but they should help. I usually just take like Panadol. But yeah, you can just call like a telehealth doctor and do like a video call. It's like awkward as fuck, but you know, then you don't have to go out to a doctor. It's It's not. It's an error. It's the kind of ideology you get from the solo game dev. It's so it is or isn't an error. But yeah, it's like made by one person, right? Is it still just made by one person? It's like crazy. Oh, good. I hope you've been good. I miss you too. Hope you've been well. I'm going to start reading. I'm not really here. Yay. Hope you enjoy. Sasha gave that 5 stars. Because I gave it 4.5. It was like my least favorite of his books, but the others were 5. So it's the kind of thing I would think would be changed if there were a team of people with different life experience and perspectives, but because Concerned Ape is just one guy, I guess he didn't consider it. It's honestly weird though, because like for him to have put that option of you should ask people, that means he's aware of it, right? Because I would think if he thinks it's just like a kind thing to do, he wouldn't think to put that option. He, like, in his head, he wouldn't think of that as a thing, because surely if you are aware of that and think of it, you're like, oh no, that's what you should do. It's super weird. Yeah. Oh wow. You know, I didn't even realize that that was not the correct thing to pick, so maybe other people will too. And at least it's getting that text out there that people should, it's getting it in their head. Because I think like human nature often is just to get in and help. And people who are able-bodied and healthy and everything, they don't think about often how that actual person would feel. They just think about, oh, I should do this nice thing. So it's definitely like good to get that view out there. And I mean, it's hard because it's like, even when you're just like out in public and someone falls, because sometimes I've been in a supermarket a few times and I was driving for work and saw an old lady had like fallen on the path, and they just, it's like some people just come in and rush in and like grab and stuff, and I'm just like, I say hi and ask if they're okay, what happened, and do they want me to help? Because I say, oh, I work in aged care, so I have techniques I can use to help you get up safely. And usually they're like, no, because they're embarrassed, which is very fair. But yeah, but then like if you don't just rush in, you look like people look at you like you're a dick, Sorry, this chat has been 40 minutes. What the hell? Okay, we're gonna do a sprint after this. Yeah. Yeah, okay. It's an interesting thought. I missed this one. I've not been well, but I want to catch up. You just look after yourself. Things that are on the internet most of the time will still be here when you get back. You need to look after yourself. And there's no rush. I guess the thing is, it's a Penny Heart event, so the thing that makes Penny feel good is rewarded. I thought it was a George event. So I thought it was about George. Life is fucked everywhere. Well, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Oh, I'm glad, because this was a long chat. Okay, we're going to sprint now. We'll do an hour. I don't know how long I'm going to go today. I'll probably just go as long as I feel, because I'm trying to still take it easy today a bit. So we'll just see. There's always less pressure when it's not Patreon related too, because it's like, I mean, I can do whatever I want because no one's paying. But when it's Patreon, I need to like put in the work. So we'll go till, we might go till the hour. It's a little bit over an hour because I talked for so long. You don't have to be reading. You can do whatever you want. I'm not going to be reading once I finish my book, if I finish it. I just realized I haven't eaten, so I should probably eat. Bloody Vivans. Hi Zoe, we're just about to sprint. We'll chat with you in the next sprint, but I hope you're well. Let us know what you're going to be getting up to. And we will chat in just over an hour. Wait. No, that's under an hour. Hang on. Oh my gosh. I'm so stupid. That's under an hour. Hang on. This. I don't know. My brain's not working. We're going to do this. Okay. We will chat in just over an hour. Bye. Hello. How'd it go? How did we all go in the first sprint? I hung the washing out and I had something to eat and I read a lot. I think I'm in the last chapter. Yeah, so I've only got like, let me check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've only got 8 pages left. So I'll finish that in the next sprint. And then after I finish it, I might have a break and do some diamond painting. Just relax for a bit and have some lunch. No, maybe lunch will be the next sprint because I'll have lunch with Will when he finishes work. Depends how long we chat for. And then I might do work on my video, but I might have a bit of a break because I've kind of been on the go all morning. But yeah, I'm really happy. I'm gonna finish it. This ending's quite sad. Like basically everything I read that sprint was pretty sad. And it's getting towards the end, and it's just like, yeah. Hopefully it'll end on a high note, but I don't know. I haven't got much left. It's a bit somber. Definitely started happier. It's definitely gotten a bit sadder. But I guess that's the reality of the life that a lot of these people had in such terrible circumstances. So, and I guess the older you get, the less you look at things so positively. Like as a child, you're often able to sort of not really understand the severity of things, but when you get older, you know, when you're a teenager, hormones and everything. So yeah, 21 pages, and Robbie and I got some groceries. Very nice. Did you get something nice like ice cream or chocolate? "48 pages. Very nice. What are you thinking? What do you think of the start? Filmed my TBR. Ooh. Any books you're excited about? Well, I hope you're excited about all of them. But any particular you're pretty excited for? I've got you on the TV and jumped. That was my plan. 45 pages. Very nice. What are your thoughts? If they're bad, you see them. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'm going to read anything else for the readathon. Like, I kind of just want to read for my video. Like, I could try and find an Australian book, but it's so hard to find books published in 1949 that aren't like the big classics. And it's hard to find affordable copies because I'm not really wanting to spend money. So, like, barely anything unless they're like what's that George Orwell book? Unless it's like that or something on that vein, like nothing really comes up. How many days do we have left? 4 days up today. I think I'm just gonna stop reading for the readathon. I'm pretty happy with what I got done. I tried to get a hold on a host book that I hadn't read before that I was interested in, but none of them have come from the library. So I will not get to. Once it's available soon and I'm first in line, so I might get to that one. We'll see. We'll see. My Lady Jane, gosh, that's like an OG booktube book. It's weird seeing it come up. I like it so far. There's an Auntie Tracy. Oh, I didn't even pick up on that. Lame. I didn't read anything. I thought I was going to spend a few minutes on Playville, and then I spent the whole sprint. Dun dun dun. You have to wait to see what Erin actually did. If I get this book done, I'll have read a book for every prompt, which I didn't think I could do. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, I think the only one I won't get is Host Fave, although I don't know if this fits anything. Where's the bingo board? Yeah. This isn't really going to fit. Like, randomly selected, I don't know, I just like picked it from the stack, but I picked it. It wasn't randomly selected. But I could switch, like, because the Physician was randomly selected by Will, but then this was not published in that period. Love Unleashed was. Wait, I can't really see what that prompt is again. Love Unleashed was published in 2024, right? And then, could you count this as intersectional? Well, the thing is, like, with mental health rep, it's like, does it count if it's not, like, labeled? Because a lot of the characters in this have mental health conditions. I would say pretty much everyone in this book has depression. So, well, not everyone, but a lot of the characters, a lot of, like, the adults. So, I mean, the main character's mom definitely does. It's not labeled, so, like, does that count? And then if it's not the main character, does it count? But, I mean, the main character, I would say, has depression where I'm reading. So it's like, it's not labeled. So is that just me trying to force a prompt? But I guess it doesn't really matter because I won't have finished the bingo board anyway. Finished the first story in Highway 13 and then started working on some office organization. Ooh, that's satisfying. I love organization. I'm very lazy though, so I don't do it as much as I should. But once I do it, I feel very nice. Did I get the max sell price on my stonks fruit for the week? So, you know, important work. It is important. Nice job. So keen for My Lady Jane. Oh, you're buddy reading it. That's such a throwback. I don't know. That book is one that I just like 10, like, it might not even be 10 years old, but like 10 years ago, BookTube. That's what it makes me think of. We got some chocolate, but we had to do this mini shop because we went to do the slow cook that we planned and the chicken was bad. Ew. I'm glad you got chocolate though. And not off chicken. I think it counts. Yeah. I'm not anyway, so I think it's fine. But yeah. How many books have I read then? Let me go back to my bingo board. 1, 2, 3. So I'm pretty happy for the readathon. I think that's pretty good. And I read 2 physically, and I got 5 books read that I physically own because I read 2 via audiobook. Well, 1 I don't own. I borrowed it from my mom, but I just read the audiobook. That was the Robbie Arnott one, which was... Have you read Robbie Arnott, Erin? I read Flames, and it felt like something you might like. It was very weird. I liked it though, but I don't know. I think a lot of it just probably went over my head. But I enjoyed it. I think it was just about grief and the different ways that we all grieve and how grief can also become part of like a generation of family. but it was shown in like really weird, like magical realism kind of ways. It was just also very weird to read it set in Tasmania because it's by a Tasmanian author, and the town that I live in, I won't say what that is, but it was mentioned at one point. It's just like none of it was set where I live, but there was one part where they mentioned a bunch of towns, and my town was mentioned, and I was like, that's weird. Very strange. We were talking about My Lady Jane because we were lamenting the show being. I didn't even know there was gonna be a show. Why did it get cancelled? We decided to read it as we are not happy the show got cancelled. Oh, it's lame. Read The Rain Heron. Is that because I think my mum's read. I got her. I think it's called Dusk, and I think she said that one wasn't like magical realism. I think. Well, she didn't like Flames because she's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. But she liked Dusk. So I don't know if The Rain Heron is a like magical realism as well. Been behind on Pokemon, and I discovered one of the books I read for this, the Readathon Fits of the Mushroom. Yay! I need to update the drive. Let me write that down. There's just so much to remember to do. I think I'm like 2 months behind, which is very naughty of me. No idea why they cancelled it. So they actually released a season. I had not even heard of it. What's it on? If it's cancelled, probably Netflix, right? Hi, thank you. I think I've done all those things. I mean, I haven't liked my own stream, but I've done everything else because I've done the laundry and I've hydrated and I've eaten and I've had my meds. Does it say meds? No. Don't know why I said that. I thought it said make sure you have your meds. Oh no, just take your meds. See, yep. It was on Amazon and they cancelled after one season, even the show was streaming well. Oh. They seem to do that a lot. I think someone said, it might have been someone here, that it's like they do the more watches of a season one. So if you keep less people keep watching after season one, so they just keep doing season ones of shows because it makes the most money, which is just so like capitalist. It's like they don't care about the stories or people's careers. It's just about money, which they make the most money from first season. So apparently, I don't know who said that. It was probably someone here. I don't know. I don't have friends, so I talk to you guys and elderly people, and this doesn't seem like something that elderly clients would tell me about. It's kind of magical realism, kind of more fable-like though, and there's a dystopian element too. Okay. I think that Flames is what you would call magical realism. Like it's in reality, but then like magical things with no explanation happen and no one really like reacts like it's weird. It's just like the reality, but it's like not in our reality, but the rest of it is. If that makes any sense. You know what's up. I've had mine. Oh, very nice. Yeah, I think after that I haven't updated the Google file, so I need to do that. I've written it down. Just sprint hopping for my birthday. It is tomorrow for me, but today for you. Oh, happy birthday! I hope you have a nice day tomorrow. Are you doing anything to celebrate? They have to pay the people involved more the longer the show also goes. Yeah. That's another thing that I think was mentioned. So, yeah. I think that's why, a huge reason why. Because it's always like, but it performed really well. But it's like, well, they probably only have a certain amount that they are going to continue. So it didn't make the cut. That's probably very small. So, yeah, it's kind of lame. It's like not about the story. It's just about getting views. money, which, I mean, we all knew that, I guess. Cancel shows after 3 seasons because they have to negotiate better payout. And seasons are shorter these days. Like, when you go back to older shows, there'd be like so many episodes. Now it's like only like 10, but they're like an hour long, but there's only 10. So overall there's less, because like some seasons would have like 30 episodes, like 30 20-minute episodes kind of thing, I think. But yeah, it's like crazy. But I mean, it makes sense, like, with TV there was back then, whereas now it's just binge TV, so on Netflix and so. But yeah, happy birthday. I'm sprint hopping and reading all day, maybe sleeping in, drinking coffee, maybe chocolate lava. Oh, chocolate lava cake, yum. That sounds good. I'm glad you're going to have a nice relaxing day. Who's going to be sprinting for your birthday? For most of your birthday, I'll be asleep. In your time. It's your birthday now, our time, but so confusing. Kind of miss the filler episodes of the 90s. I never really thought about how there would be. Yeah, I guess they are just filler. I don't know, they were fun. I just always think of filler as bad in anime because you would have the original source material, which was the manga, which was always on topic, but then you'd have this like stupid stuff in animes, and it's like, it would be annoying because you could tell it was like written by someone else kind of thing and was just there to like make more money basically. So yeah. They're still going to do the live action One Piece, right? That didn't get, because most of that sort of thing gets cancelled, but I don't think that they're doing another One Piece, aren't they? I haven't actually finished watching the live action One Piece. Yeah, I feel like they're gonna keep doing that one, because we kind of all just assumed it would get cancelled. Neva is doing 48-hour sprints. Oh my gosh, I can't believe Neva still does that. That is like respect, commitment. I could never. Very nice. Keone in Brooklyn. I've met them in person. I'm so cool. Okay. Let's sprint. Let's do like an hour again. Season 2 of the One Piece live action is coming next year, I believe. Yeah, that's cool, because like, I'm reading that. I stopped reading. I was reading that and then I stopped. I need to get back onto that. It's over 100 volumes, so I need to like, stopping at 5 is like pretty pathetic. It's gone until 40 past. If I can get it to post. Prefer a deliberately short series that gets the full story and then ends rather than getting cancelled. Yeah. I've been enjoying the kind of just like one, I kind of like the like one season extended movie kind of thing that they do. I think that that's cool. Because that's the thing, it's not necessarily that it's short. The problem is that they don't get finished. So it's like, that's like terrible. You're creating a bunch of stories and not finishing them and letting people down. So yeah, but I guess if they, yeah, so it's like weird because it's like, why not just do 1 season long shows? Because then you get to only do the 1 season thing and you'll get more watches, but then people get the end of a story. But maybe that's harder to do. I don't know anything about it. He's doing them for reaching 1K subs. Oh my gosh, congrats. Neva would be able to be monetized now, I imagine. They're on now. Coda's part. Very nice. I should pop over and say congrats. That's really cool. So does Neva not do them anymore? Is this like a celebratory one? I thought that they were still doing them, like semi-regularly. I don't know. Maybe not. But commitment either way. Respect. All right. I just watched the first season of an anime and I have no idea when season 3 is coming. And anyway, the first season showed me like, what anime? Didn't even know you watched anime. Agreed, Aaron. I'd rather see the full story than something stretched out as a kid, but they're only good if they finish the whole story. Yeah, very much agree. I want to start this program, but I really want to know what anime this was. I probably wouldn't have heard of it because I'm not like up with anime anymore. I used to be, but I probably won't even know what it is. Have you got the zoomies? Have you got the zoomies? Hey? Oh my god, yeah. Oh, 48 hours. Oh my god, I didn't even like pick up on that. Gosh. But Neva sleeps now during them a bit, right? Because other people are hosting as well. I didn't even pick up on that. Yeah. Made in Abyss. I heard of that. Oh yeah, I know. I've heard about this and I know what happens. It's fucked. I could never watch that. Yeah. I don't know why I know what happens. I think someone told me. I'm assuming you've got to that part. If not, you got a big storm coming. But I'm assuming you have. Oh my gosh. That is on Youth Coda right now. Cool. I'll go say where my thing was. Okay. We will sprint until we'll sprint for an hour. did we go? I'm probably going to finish here. Now I've come and sat out here. I'm just feeling tired and, you know, did 3 hours, so it's not bad. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really feeling like being productive. Oh, I should have started sprints earlier because I got up at 7:30 today and started doing stuff. So I should have like started sprinting then. But so now I'm sort of like I'm about to have lunch and I'm just like, So I think I'm probably just gonna play Stardew Valley and take the evening off. Maybe after I play for a bit, I will do work on the video, but I think I'm just gonna stop sprinting. I think I'm just very hungry too because I didn't eat much for breakfast. That manga, yeah, I've heard that. Or the anime, yeah. 56 pages and put some lunch on. What are you having? Will's making us toasties. I made toasties yesterday. He's making them today. It's very sweet. 54 pages. Very nice. Are you still liking it? Had lunch and read 18 pages. Nice job. What did you have for lunch? Popping in to say hi. Hi, Steph. How are you? Thanks for popping in. No worries. Thanks for understanding. Just feeling tired. Oh my gosh, why have you had so little sleep? Do you think you'll be able to have a nap? Oh my gosh. Mr. did laundry that sprint. Nice job. I finished mine, so it's just drying now because I just had that one load to do this morning. I did the rest yesterday. I was wanting to hang it out today because it's sunny, but it's meant to rain. It's just like meant to rain like all day, but it's like a low percentage chance. So I was like, I don't know if I want to risk it, but it's been really sunny, so I could have hung some of it out. Tassie weather's just so unpredictable. It'll be like sunny all day, but then there'll be a like heavy shower for like 2 minutes randomly, and then all your washing's wet again, you know. I'm glad. Actually, I finished my book. I didn't say. And I read what's it called? The author's note, which was really good. I was expecting it to be really good. But she actually had some sections from her mum, which the book was about. So I'll read just 2 little sort of sections. So the first bit was the mother wanted this is what the mother wanted the book to, like, this is why she wanted to tell her story. To describe what it's like for me and other Aboriginal people living in this area between black and white, it will help people to understand our situation. We were Aboriginal children who were basically powerless and had no recognition of our paternity. We were denied our rights on our white side, who considered us nobodies, and those same people stole our Aboriginal land, our hunting grounds, to build their wealth while we remained in poverty, struggling to survive. Very good. Just crazy. And then the daughter lets her mum finish off the author's note, and she said, "What's important here is that I've been able to heal from this process. I have been able to reclaim a little bit of my past that has been denied me and to partially fill the emptiness. And yes, understanding is important here too. It's always been an important reason why I've wanted my story told, so others, whether they be black, white, or in that space between, can better understand." So I definitely felt that in this story. It was a really good perspective, because I guess it's not often talked about how these children that had parents from different, races, were rejected by both sides of their ancestry at times. Like this girl and, this woman, in her childhood, she was treated like she didn't belong in either sides of her ancestry, and how that felt and what it made her experience and other children. And you can really see, just growing up in these situations where people have lost everything, they're forced into these, terrible living conditions, and the ways that there's so much disconnect between sort of parents and children because they're suffering so much. And, you know, the children just want to have a good life. They're too young to understand everything, and they just want to be loved and fed and taken care of. And how, while all this was happening, the white people nearby were just like thriving. So I think it's a really good one. I don't know if enjoyed is the right word, but I think it was really well written. So I feel weird rating it because it's like partially nonfiction, but I don't know. I'll probably give it like a 4 stars. I think it's definitely worth picking up. I don't know how accessible this is outside Australia though, because this isn't as well like known as far as I'm aware. Like I'm pretty sure the original is out of print, and I don't know how accessible these are outside Australia because they are a UQP, which is just like a university printing, so it's like indie published. So yeah, if you have access to these, I think this is a good one. Story reading, I may give up on it today. It is going on midnight. I would definitely go to bed. I loved seeing you too. It was good to chat. I hopped over and said congratulations to Neva. Yeah, go to bed and enjoy your birthday. Or do you like to stay up until your birthday hits? Because you said it's going on midnight, so it's not quite there yet. We're just having some crumbed chicken wings. Yum. It's been windy here today. I haven't even been outside. Should probably go outside. Oh, we'll be going to the gym, so I'll walk to the gym, so it's fine. But it looks pretty nice out there, nice and still. I couldn't get to sleep until about 4:30 a.m. and then my alarm went off at 8:30 a.m. and Olivia was like, "Oh, good, you're up. I've been waiting." Oh gosh, I'm sorry you couldn't sleep. That happened not last night, the night before. I couldn't sleep. I don't know why, but as soon as my body's like, "Oh, there's something weird going on," I like basically have a panic attack, which I felt like I was on the verge of one, but I was able to calm myself. But it's like my body just shuts down because I was feeling dehydrated and I had a headache, and so my body was just like panicking, and I felt like I was gonna, be sick, and I just couldn't settle. It was so stupid. It's like all you have to do is get up and have a drink. You too, enjoy your birthday. Yeah, thank you. I only had like 40 pages left today, but I feel like it's an achievement because I haven't been reading. So yeah, it's a good one. I actually liked how she talked about, I probably won't be able to find it, but she was talking about how she paced the story. Like she didn't want to do the pacing just like a typical white Australian written book. She wanted the pacing to be based on like the way that Aboriginal people's stories are. Oh, here it is. I actually don't know what it means, so I want to look it up. Cyclic, so CYCLIC. Aboriginal stories were often cyclic in their telling. Although it was important for me to see this book as a work of fiction, it was also critical that, as faithfully as possible, it followed the shape, form, and sequence of Mum's narrative. I listened carefully to Mum's stories and their patterns and recorded them as accurately as I could, following the natural flow of the Aboriginal English and Kokatha language and the movements and perceptions of the book's narrator. So I really like that because it didn't have like a beginning, ending, middle. It was just like a section of this person's life. And I really liked that because there were points where it's like this could have been really amped up and dramatic. Like you could have had this character return and all this stuff, but it was just like this capture of this person's life, which in a way made it more impactful because it felt more real. Because often in life we don't have these like dramatic twists and turns. It's like, things just end and that's it. So yeah. But the way that it was structured in the way that her mum told the story of her life is really sweet. I think that's a really nice touch. I think this would have been such a beautiful experience to do this with mother and daughter. Yeah. especially for its time. Like, I'm sure that this wasn't talked about as much, and she talks about it in the author's note as well. Of, you know, this is definitely talked about more now, but when was this? 2011. So I don't imagine that, you know, this was as widely talked about it as it is now. Like, rewriting the history, because we know history was written by the white Australians, and so it's good for these stories to come out about what things actually happened from the perspective of Aboriginal people, because what has been written is not the reality, and it's not from their perspectives. Please don't do that. Please go to bed. You want to be able to enjoy your birthday. Kiani will understand. It's 3 a.m. I think Kiani would probably be sad if you stayed up that late. No, I would say go to sleep. And I'm changing my sheets and taking a Valium before I could finally fall asleep. No. It's not good when you can't sleep. It's annoying. I should be heading to bed soon. Thanks for the sprints. Oh, good. Have a nice sleep. I'm happy that you're going to bed, unlike somebody. And thanks for joining. It was really nice to have you here. Cyclic, as in going in a cycle. Okay. I don't think I really understand that, so I might look into it more. I need to think about how this was like that. Thank you. Oh, that wasn't for me, but I hope you have a good sleep. Since linearness in timekeeping is a clear aspect of Australia. Yeah. I wouldn't say that this wasn't linear. It was just, I guess some sections were paced really quickly. Like, we covered it really quickly, and then other parts were dwelled on longer, but it wasn't like back and forth. It was pretty much like beginning to end of this section, but it wasn't like in a flow, and we had like moments where it lifted in certain parts. It was just as if she had told it, and it's like whatever she deemed more important or she spent more time on is what the book did. I mean, I'm imagining from what she said, and like I can see that, like, there were like the section where she was in the hospital, you know, was barely talked about while she was there, but it was talked about heavily how it impacted the disconnect she felt when she came back. And I think that's a really interesting part of the book. And I don't know if that actually happened, but being away for over a year, and you sort of her having these great opportunities, like in terms of she had better food and she was washed and cleaned better because she had the resources, whereas they didn't have the resources where she grew up. And then, you know, just that disconnect she felt when she came back. Because she wet the bed. Again, I don't know if the mum actually did as a person, but in the book, the character wets the bed. But when she's at the hospital, she doesn't wet the bed. But then when she comes back, she wets the bed again. But yeah, just that her getting to experience the other side of her life in terms of her ancestry, and how, you know, it's like no matter where she goes, she's never fully accepted, I guess. Like, she doesn't feel like she belongs. There's always this disconnect. And not because she doesn't understand or care, because it talks a lot about Christianity and their sort of more integral beliefs. And it was talking about when someone in her life dies, how she's sort of thinking this like country and afterlife that we believe in, and then Christianity in heaven. It's like in her head, she's like the kind of the same place, and how you can kind of incorporate both these beliefs. But it's like other people couldn't accept that. Like the people around her wouldn't let her join in. So she kind of was isolated because of that. I mean, within our lifetime, we had people in charge who didn't even want to acknowledge. Yeah, exactly. And the author talks about how she was born and was a child during assimilation, which is the stolen generation. So, you know, it was a part of her life as a person as well. So, yeah. Think of it as a non-linear storytelling. It's not straight line from start to finish. It's how all moments are woven together and you move in and out of those moments. Yeah, okay, I get that. For some reason, I was like, it's going like in circles. I'm not great with language because I was thinking like a cycle, like going around and around, and I was like, well, we don't really do that. It's you know, but yeah, I get that it's not as structured. It's just wherever it went in her recounts. Yeah, you can tell that Steph is a teacher. I feel like every time I talk to Steph or like watch a live show or something, I learn something, which is cool. It was a combined effort. All right, yeah. Well, I think I'll end these here. I really like being able to talk about this with you guys because I haven't been doing videos, so I'm more focused on trying to do like sit down long videos rather than just sharing about what I've read. So this was a great opportunity because this is definitely what I wanted to talk about, and I think talking also helps you like with your own thoughts of how you feel about things. So and yeah, like if I hadn't have talked about the author's note, I wouldn't have understood that little bit. Well, I could have looked it up, but whether I would have understand what I read is another thing. So yeah, I don't know when I'll be back. I might sprint Tuesday. I'll see how I feel, and then I've got Patreon sprints not this Tuesday, but the next. Probably won't sprint Tuesday. I'll see. It really just depends how work goes, to be honest. Thanks for joining. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for the company. And I'll see y'all next time. You take care. Have a good birthday, Christina.